Hi everyone, Sandy Trefker here. Welcome to my YouTube channel and to a walkthrough of my latest design team project for Country Craft Creations using Stamperia's Orchids and Cats paper collection. This mini album measures 6.5 inches wide by 9.5 inches tall and has a 2.5 inch spine and 3-page sets on the inside. This was a real fun one to make. I designed it so that I could utilize using just one pack of the designer paper from Stamperia, which only has 10 sheets of paper in each pack. So I designed this so that we could still see the beautiful patterns and prints on this collection, but yet just use one paper collection. Now I did use 16 sheets of the White Artisan Cardstock from Country Craft Creations, two of the 12 by 12 heavy chipboard for my covers. I also used the Stamperia's Orchid and Cats rubber stamp set that I received in my design team package, as well as the matching chipboard embellishment that goes with that paper collection. I did have seam binding ribbon from Country Craft Creations that you see here on the cover and you'll see throughout the album. And then I used some Prima metal trinkets and some Tim Holtz loop pins like I have attached my charms here. Now from my stash, I used Butterbee cat charms that you see, two of them here on the front. I also used 49 in Market flowers. I used a Stampin' Up! Punch for my tags and elements on the inside, and I also used the Chomper, the We Are Memory Keepers Chomper 1/2 inch corner rounder for my tags. So let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Here on the front, I utilized the full 12 by 12 sheet of this beautiful clock on the pattern paper by cutting it so that it would fit here on the front, and then go ahead and finish on the back spine, and then a little bit here on the back cover in with some of the pattern paper that had this beautiful house on it. So I really love how that turned out. Real quickly here, the embellishments that I used, I have 3 flowers that are from, as I said, 49 in Market, 2 charms that are from Butterbee Scraps. These are the Tim Holtz loop pins and seam binding ribbon here on the side. I did add a chipboard piece down here, a second clock with a Bow Bunny Mini Doilies, which is also from my stash, but I did originally order from Country Craft Creations, and some of the cut apart butterflies and flowers here, and the cat as well. So that's the front cover. So open it up. On the inside we have a pocket that I made out of one of the house fussy cut aparts that I cut out of the paper collection. I added some seam binding ribbon. This keyhole is from the Prima metal trinkets, chipboard cat, chipboard butterfly. Made this tag. This is out of the cut apart. I have a booklet here. Out of the cut aparts, instead of cutting them all apart, I just folded them and made a booklet. Added some scrap paper here for a tuck spot for this tag. This is where I used the tag punch here on the top. So this turned out really pretty like that. So it just tucks in real quick. And then you have one here on the side for that pocket. Page set 1 on the front has an add-on element that I'm calling an accordion add-on, and it is kept closed with the seam binding ribbon, where I've added some of the cut aparts and a chipboard piece here. I also added a cut apart down here on the paper and a hummingbird cut apart. So this is an accordion. It does pull out completely, flips on both sides. You can either flip it, you can flip it this way or completely unfold it. You'll see I have cut aparts added. These are all tuck spots where you can tuck photos in behind. And then of course it opens this way as well. I did use the rubber stamps. This is where I used the rubber stamps in this project. They are beautiful stamps. I think you'll really enjoy them. Also in this I have created it so that it has little pockets in the top. And so we have photo mats that I punched out with a die and then rounded the corners. So there's pockets, tags in each of those. So that just ties shut like that. Real simple and easy to figure out for someone who might be gifting it to. Also here in each page set, I'm not going to show you on all 3, but each one does have a photo mat pull out with a piece of scrap that I decorated with on the side and a half circle tab so that you can easily grab a hold of them, and so they just slide inside the page like that. On the back side I have an element here that I add another add-on. This has the chipboard here and a cutout fussy cut of a hummingbird. This is created with the tag punch, you can create any tag that you might, shape that you might have. I've tied it shut with ribbon, seam binding ribbon. So here it opens up like that, so you can see. Then we have a chipboard butterfly here. This opens back, and then this is like a booklet type where you've got tuck spots and places for photos like that. And still you can see the full page of this paper, really pretty here, some here on the back. It's not taking away from any of that. You still have places for your photos, but you still can enjoy the patterned paper of the collection because it is so pretty. So I didn't want to, you know, cut all that up. And of course I really like the cats. Now, if you're not a cat person and you still love this paper, you can cut it so that you can utilize more of the orchids and not use the cats in yours. But of course, if you notice on my videos, I do love cats, and so I'm going to include cats and probably put cat pictures in this album. On the front of page set 2, I've added ribbon and a Tim Holtz pin and a charm, cat charm with the paw prints. This lifts up by the ribbon, so it's a magnetic closure here on this. And then we have these flaps here where you can add photos. Now I have white here on the back because I was running out of pattern paper and the cardstock, so I want to make sure I had plenty for other elements. But this will work fine for photos. If you purchased extra paper, then certainly you could add that in there if you wanted to. So that's the front of that, and it does have the mat here on the side. Back side of page 2 is a belly band, a large belly band with a large element on here so that I could get this image in here. I added the cut apart of the flowers in the pot, the orchids, and a chipboard butterfly here. So underneath here we have different tags that I made out of the cardstock. This one you can tuck in here, just like that. And then we have the larger ones, and this is a belly band as well if you wanted to, or you could just glue your photo on top. So these all tuck under this belly band. And of course you can put photos on the back side too as well. Page set 3 has a magnetic closure. This clock is from the cut aparts, lifts off. I have trimmed it with, matted it on top of one of the doilies and then also a piece of cardstock. So we have a magnet here that holds these flaps closed. In these tags, I added ribbon and then a pin, Tim Holtz pin, and another charm of a paw print. So these just tuck in where I made a flat pocket here on the front. The decorating of this album is not in the tutorial, so you're just going to have to look at this if you want to copy. You're certainly welcome to be inspired and use different ideas that I have for the decorating or create your own. So this is a chipboard piece, this is a cut apart, and this is a scrap of paper that's just glued on each end and across the bottom to make that pocket. And I did glue it further over so that it just utilizes this side of the pocket, and the cat is attached down over on this side. So this flips this way. I did paper piece this with some of the cardstock and the pattern paper. We have this one flipping up, and then we have this one flipping down. And again, you can see I have the full page here so that I can utilize using just this beautiful paper. Probably not mat anything down except maybe a photo up there if I wanted to, but I have plenty of places for photos all in this the flaps of this page. And then on the back side of page set 3 is simply a pocket that has cut aparts decorating it here on the top edge, and I added these mats, photo mats. So this one here, you can tuck underneath here a photo. This is another belly band you can use or just mat on top. I have a large one here, same way, a belly band. So that one goes back in right there. And from the paper, I had this beautiful window left. It had been cut across the bottom, so I straightened it out here and made the arch cut. I just think it makes a beautiful mat and decorative piece for this page, so I just tuck it in that pocket along with these others, photo mats. And then on the inside back cover, I just kept this solid piece. It was a smaller piece, but I wanted this full picture of the cat, and then I added this strip of paw prints from the cut aparts on the inside cover of the paper collection. So that is my Stamperia Orchids and Cats album that I designed for Country Craft Creations. I want to thank you so much for watching. I will have a tutorial on this. The videos will be edited and uploaded probably within a couple of days. Should have it by the weekend. So check back on that. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And when you do subscribe, click on the bell so that you'll get a notification when my next video is up. That way you won't miss the tutorial videos. Be sure to shop at countrycraftcreations.com online for your supplies. This collection, Stamperia, she does keep it in her store right now. It's only available while supplies last. Those, though, from the manufacturer, I know that it was on back order, or that she had it on order and it hadn't quite arrived yet in the store, but check back for that. Also check for your artisan cardstock. Like I said, I use the white, and your heavyweight chipboard, seam binding ribbons, and other elements that you might want to for your album. If you don't have this collection, you certainly can make this album using a different collection. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.